This is a quick follow-up video on fractional exponents. I'm going to talk about two cases that I haven't discussed already. One of those cases is what if the fractional exponent is an improper fraction, a top-heavy fraction. Okay, so let's consider 27 to the 1/3 power, and we know that we're going to break 27 into three equal factors, and those factors are threes. Okay, so because 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. And we're going to take one of them. Now, if we said 27 to the 2/3 power, we're taking two of those factors and we're doing what factors do. We're multiplying them. So 3 times 3, 27 to the 2/3 power, take two of those threes, those three factors of 3, and we will use them as a product that gets us 9. This is the same as saying 3 squared. And of course, if I said 27 to the 3/3 power, I'm taking all three of them. And that's really just 27 to the first power. You may be able to see that. But what if I said 27 to the 4/3 power? Well, I only have three factors of 3 in 27, so I'm just going to need to get one more. So if I make it to the 4/3 power, I take the 3 times 3 times 3 that makes it 27. And since I know the size of those pieces, I take a fourth one, and I get 81. I could make that to the 5/3 power, and now I get one more factor of 3. So these first three are the three that make the 27, but I needed two more, so I end up with 243. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 243. And keep it going. We go to the 6/3. Well, the 6/3 power is, of course, just 227 squared, which does happen to equal 729. But let's consider this scenario one more step. We get 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So here's our 27, and here's another 27. 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, here's the other scenario I wanted to talk about. What if the fraction is negative? Okay, let's consider 4 to the negative 1/2 power. And notice we get 0.5. Well, so what we're going to be doing, this fraction here being negative means that we're going to take 4 and break it into two equal factors. They would both be 2's. We'll use one of them, so knock that off, but we're not using it as a factor because that's a negative exponent. We're going to use it as a divisor. And so it's going to be 1 divided by 2, which is 1/2. Okay. And so that's how you would do it. So we could have re-expressed this as, remember that negative exponents mean that we could take our exponential expression and put it on the other side of a fraction bar. That's 4/1. Okay, and we just reciprocate it, turn it over, and then raise that denominator to the positive 1/2 power. We get the same thing. That's going to mean I'm taking the 4, I'm taking 4 and breaking it into two equal factors, and I'm just using one of them, which means I'm going to say 1/2, which is what I keep getting here. And I'm going to bring your attention now to a challenge question that I did toss in here at the end. What would 512 to the negative 5/9 power equal? If you can work that out on your own and show me your work, that's worth an exceeding. I hope that was helpful.